What's up, guys? Welcome to another video of DevTalks with your host Travian, where we talk about everything engineering and technology wise. And in this video, we actually got to talk about Kawasaki. If you don't know who Kawasaki is, they're normally a motorcycle brand, and they came out with something really interesting that I saw, and I was like, I have to cover this. So without further ado, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and share, and let's dive right in.
In a surprising turn of events, Kawasaki, widely known for its iconic green motorcycles, has taken a bold step beyond two wheels. The Japanese manufacturer recently introduced a new concept vehicle called Corleo, a machine designed not only to traverse all terrains, but also to redefine the very idea of mobility. The unveiling took place at the Kansai International Exhibition in Osaka, drawing immediate attention from both tech enthusiasts and the general public. Corleo is no ordinary vehicle. It's a four-legged robotic machine, closely resembling creatures from fantasy films. The user rides it like a horse, but its movement is far more dynamic and lifelike. Observers at the exhibition noted that it moved with the agility of a panther or a dog, a clear indication that Kawasaki aims to merge robotic engineering with natural motion in a way that's never been done before.
Now I gotta say that's cool. That is an extremely cool concept. You literally can't get mad at it. It seems like something that's really dope, and especially if you're more exploring a bunch of different terrains and things. Seeing it on the street would definitely be weird, but definitely when it comes to off-road stuff, it kind of reminds you of like a four-wheeler with legs, in a sense, and that's kind of how it's going to be ridden, and it's kind of be like having your own horse. Or I just did a video on dire wolves, so it would be like if you were riding your own wolf, or anything in that kind of regard. It seems like a really cool concept, and that's why they're bringing it out. And yeah, I if I would get one, maybe only if I could take it out a bunch of places and things like that, and if I was living in a more remote environment where I could use it fully to its potential, with more land and stuff. Not if you're in a city and things like that, you're definitely not going to have something like it. It would be really, I think it would be very strange having it in actual society, in the streets and everything in that regard.
According to Kawasaki, Corleo is designed to conquer all types of terrain, making it a versatile option for future mobility. It is even being described as a replacement for horses, with the ability to leap and adapt to rugged landscapes. This signals a significant departure from traditional off-road vehicles, suggesting a potential shift in how we view transportation in difficult environments. What powers this mechanical beast is even more intriguing. Corleo runs on a hydrogen fuel cell, reinforcing Japan's growing trust in hydrogen as a clean and sustainable energy source. Kawasaki, along with other major Japanese companies, continues to explore the hydrogen frontier, aligning with the country's broader vision of a low-emission future. Japanese industrial leaders see Corleo not just as a futuristic toy or conceptual experiment, but as a realistic vision of mobility in 2050. With the country already producing high-speed trains, aircraft engines, and ready-built factories, this robotic vehicle fits seamlessly into the portfolio of advanced engineering solutions aimed at the next generation. Kawasaki emphasizes that Corleo isn't merely a fantasy drawn on a digital sketchpad. It represents a potential leap in transportation, particularly in sectors like defense, search and rescue, and remote exploration, areas where traditional vehicles may falter. The machine's autonomous capabilities and terrain versatility could give it the edge in a variety of critical use cases. As we look toward the future, Kawasaki's Corleo may mark the beginning of a new era where motorcycles are no longer confined to wheels and roads. Instead, we may see a rise of mechanical animals that offer a more natural, flexible, and intelligent mode of transportation. Whether Corleo becomes a common sight or remains a symbol of innovation, one thing is clear: the future of mobility is evolving, and Kawasaki is leading the charge.
So there's a lot of things that I can see potentially come out of this, right? One, a lot of people still hurting themselves because they're gonna try crazy stuff. But at the same time, this is also very limited. Not in Japan though. So I actually visited Japan, and they have a lot of land where people can go out and ride things like this, and it would actually be kind of interesting. For the United States, it really depends on where you're located. I would definitely say replacing an actual like motorcycle, I feel like it would be hard to say, because I don't think this thing is going to be going hundreds of miles per hour. I don't think it's going to be able to move and escalate that way. Maybe it'll be like search vehicles for people like in national parks or things like, hey, you need this for the Grand Canyon or whatever. I'm just thinking in terms of like where you can use something like this and how limited it is, because it is oddly specific. Yes, it might be a cool thing that people have to like mess around with and have that might be cool for them, but just kind of like how when the hoverboards were out, like the two-wheel things, and a lot of people just had them and they just used them for a bit of time and they went away. It could be something like that where it's just a temporary thing that people get, they have fun with, and then they don't need it anymore. Especially if you're not in those areas that have the land masses or you're not using it for a particular reason. But let me know what you guys think. I think that's actually a really cool concept idea, and that they should take it to like probably different animals. I'm curious about what colors are going to be available and stuff. Like Kawasaki is a very known company, especially for their motorcycles. And another thing that we really get from here is this whole hydrogen thing. So, especially now when they're talking about reusable energy and things in that regard, I did not know that hydrogen, well, figuring out how to use hydrogen was also one of the ways to limit emissions, but also to provide more of a clean energy. And I only say that because you get multiple things when you're watching some stuff, especially when you're not aware of it. I didn't know that was a big thing in Japan, and I didn't know how they're using that and things. And I wonder if they're even using that for their like bikes and stuff. I just haven't heard of anybody really fully investing into something like that. But I'm also curious about what are the also risks for like using energy in that sense, or hydrogen, and how they're going to be able to use it fully. But yeah, let me know what you guys think. I think the colors are amazing. For what it, I believe they're gonna come out with some amazing colors and things like that, and hopefully it looks better than the initial display that they gave, because yeah, whatever. But also when it's yours, you can wrap it or paint it however you freaking want. I'm sure there's a way to do something like that, but. Feel drop what you guys think in the comments. I can't wait to read it. Wonder if you guys like it. Would you buy it? Definitely depends on price and where you're located. I feel like they're going to be the two major factors when it comes to getting something like that. Especially if you're in Japan, you probably have more places to use it and things. They have a lot of land and places to hike, and you wouldn't even believe it. Out there, you guys wouldn't even believe it. Without further ado, if you want to send me any recommendations, send me an email at devtalkspod@gmail.com. Also will be in the description down below, and follow my personal channel. We have a bunch of different content dropping on there. Link will be in the description also. And if you want to see more videos like this, one should be popping up right about now. And without further ado, peace, and see y'all next time.